A $500,000 legal settlement signed by Virginia Giuffre and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in 2009 included an agreement that Ms. Giuffre wouldn't sue anyone connected to Epstein.
Welcome back everyone, and if you're enjoying this video, please click the like button. If this is the second video you're watching, please click that subscribe button. We're going to do a bit of a Where's the Wally episode today, and we're also going to analyse the actual document and what was said in it. I wasn't exactly over the moon with the BBC's interpretation of the events with Virginia Giuffre and the settlement of 2009 with Epstein. Now that's not to say I'm critiquing how they interpreted the actual contract that was signed between Epstein and Giuffre, but there was something at the end that was a little bit off-putting and all about bringing Britain back together again, and probably an element of like trying to do something to unify the country. But I'm actually going to look at the contract that was signed between Giuffre and Epstein in 2009 and see if there's any legitimate reason for the case to be dismissed by Andrew's lawyers. I'll put a link in the description, but it's from the website lawandcrime.com. But this is a settlement agreement from 2009 between Giuffre, also known as Virginia Roberts, and Jeffrey Epstein. It states that the pair are going to enter into some sort of settlement agreement, and it also then puts in a caveat for dismissal. So essentially, how we're going to get rid of this so it doesn't have to go to court. And then for the general release, it states that there needs to be a payment made to Giuffre from Epstein for $500,000. Then in the general release section, it clearly states what they consider to be second parties. And this is the important point. It says, Epstein and his agents, attorneys, predecessor, successors, heirs, administrators, assignees and or employees hereafter are known as second parties, and that's the important thing. So all that are second parties. There's no mention of royalty in here, which is what Andrew's lawyers claimed, but it does go on to say that the people who are in second party status hereby reminisce, release, acquit, satisfy, infer, discharge the said second parties, and any other person or entity who could have been included as a potential defendant from all, and all manner of action and actions of Virginia Roberts, including, and this is important, state, that's the state of Florida, or federal, across the country. But the next bit is also quite important, and you've got to scroll down the page to see this, but at the very, very bottom on section 7, the settlement agreement shall be governed by the laws of the state of Florida, and then goes into other details about what happens in case it can't be done there. I think this is going to fail. I'm going to make that prediction, and I've made a few predictions already that have come true or still are to come true, and I would say in this particular case I think it's going to fail, only because there's caveat for it being focused on Florida, and the events that Virginia Giuffre are claiming, they all took place in Manhattan, New York City, New York State, and that's where the court case is taking place. There's also the fact that it's extremely broad. You cannot have a caveat as broad as that. I think the judge might throw it out on that simple reason. There's also the issue of second parties, which Andrew clearly isn't covered under, but that seems to be where the document is leaning towards when it talks about people being protected. But also potential defendants? I don't know if that's where it might be a bit tricky. I don't see how he is a potential defendant, because that settlement took place in the state of Florida. It's under state of Florida jurisdiction and governance. This is Manhattan. This is a separate case. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just making a prediction based on what I've read and my limited understanding of the law, but it'll be an interesting prediction to make. However, that wasn't the particular strange thing that I brought up with the BBC. There was something else for you to all watch.
Now, the Queen will celebrate her Platinum Jubilee this year.
And look who I found in the background hidden by the BBC. I believe that's Prince Andrew, and that's his daughter Beatrice just in front of him. Now, the brass neck of the BBC to go from talking about the Epstein case and the Duke of York to now showing us pictures of the Queen, but then if you watch the rest, you'll see that Andrew's nowhere to be seen. the rest of the royal family is, but he's been edited out throughout all the clips. And of course this is all meant to be about bringing the country together, having a big celebration. They do some chit chat with some people that have had a party in the street to celebrate the Queen and all that jazz and the other jubilees. But they've deliberately gone out of their way to hide Prince Andrew. Yet I've managed to find him in the background, in what I can only describe as some weird version of Where's the Wally. As ever, it says putting the news first, but it seems to be putting the royal family first. I knew for a fact when going through with all that footage, I thought, I bet you I could find Andrew somewhere hidden away in all of that footage. As ever, I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this. Is it Andrew in the background? Have I got it wrong? It's definitely Beatrice. That I can be 100% sure of. But it's interesting to look through all of those clips on the news at 6 on the BBC, and you'll see that he's been edited out. I hope you enjoyed my political observations this week. If you'd like to support me, please share the video with others and post about it on social media. If you're keen for more, subscribe, comment, like, and hit that notification button. Thanks for listening, and see you next time on Political X.